guys, welcome back to another tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm switching it up just a little bit. I'm not going to show the products that I use. I'm just going to either tell you or leave it in the description box. So let me know if you prefer for me to show you the product or just have like a clean video. So starting with the brows, of course, as you can see, her brows are pretty much, they're thick and full, so I didn't really have to do much. I used the Morphe brow pencil. It's $5, and I used the shade Chocolate Mousse on her, and I pretty much just defined her ends. I didn't really fill in her brows or fill in the front at all, just filled in the tails and defined her shape a little bit more. Now I'm going in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and just carving out her brows, making them look, crispy, sharp, like she got them freshly waxed. Also, I'm going to use this as a eyeshadow base. Well, I mix it with the P. Louise, but this is like my first layer of eyeshadow base. So to prime her eyes a little bit more, I'm using the P. Louise eyeshadow base. It's also mixed in with the Tarte concealer that I used to carve out her brows. So yeah, so I'm just blending that out. I only use a little bit because, I don't feel like it's necessary to cake on an eyeshadow base because then it's just more layers, more makeup, and it's more prone to be cakey. Now I'm using a light brown shade from the Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette. I used that light brown one and a dark brown one. And then I went back in with that P. Louise base just to give like a clean slate for her like inner to mid lid, and then blended that out, and then I set that with like a shimmer shade. So for her eyes, I didn't really go into like details with her eyes because I didn't really want her eyes to be the main focus of this look. Also, it was just like a 3-minute eye look, so it wasn't really that much to show. But yeah, so it literally took me like 3 minutes to do her eyes, if that, honestly. Now going back in with those, the light and the dark brown shade, just to give her eyes a little bit more definition and have the shimmer shade, give the shimmer shade something to blend into. Now I'm using the Huda Beauty primer, and then I used the Huda Beauty foundation, the stick foundation, and I blended it out. I know it looks like I'm being a little bit rough, but it's a stick foundation, so you kind of have to warm it up for it to like glide like butter. So yeah, that's why it looks like I'm in a little bit rough. And then now I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer again to conceal her, her under eye, her chin, above her lip, and her forehead. And then I blend that out with a brush, as you can see right now. And then for her under eye, I use a sponge. So yeah. Alright, so that concealer blended out so good, but now it's time to give her face a little bit more warmth. So now I'm using this Black Opal foundation stick in the shade Hazelnut. It's like a little cream bronzer. Also, keep in mind that I did not put any of that of her main foundation on her forehead. So I try to keep her forehead like, as little product as possible. For her nose contour, I'm using that same Black Opal foundation stick that I used for her face.
JJ, aren't you forgetting something?
To set that concealer, I'm using the Dermablend powder in the shade Cool Beige. I love this powder, one of my favorites. If you watch my other tutorials, you know this is like the only powder that I use. They also have a darker shade too, so if you're interested in buying it, you should check out the lighter and the darker shade because I like both of them. So to set the rest of her face, I'm using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark Tan. It gives like a very sheer layer of powder, which I love because I feel like you don't really need a lot of powder for the perimeter of your face, especially because you're going to go in with bronzer, blush, highlight, and all that. So you really don't need that much powder for the, perimeter of your face. To bronze up her skin a little bit more, I'm using the Morphe bronzer in the shade Trailblazer, and then I went in with a orange blush from the Juvia's Place blush palette. So since her eyes are pretty simple and I did them pretty quick, I decided that I wanted to do a red lip. I'm using the NYX lip liner in the shade Dark Soul. For her bottom liner, I used the NYX eyeliner and black. Any of the NYX eyeliners are pretty good as long as you get the gel ones. Get the gel ones so your clients' eyes do not water as much. Sometimes it's inevitable, but for the most part, the gel ones are more comfortable for my clients. And then now I'm using a dark brown and almost like a gray black to smoke out her bottom lash line. Going back to her lips, I'm using a liquid lipstick from Maybelline, but the trick is you can use any red lipstick. So you can use MAC, Maybelline, NYX, whatever red lipstick, and then the trick is you set it with a red eyeshadow to get that like vibrant velvet matte look. So as you can see now, I'm using the red from the James Charles palette, but like just look how it just transforms the lip. Like it goes from like shiny looking to like this like matte velvet look, and I love that for my red lips. Also, do not mind the like messy lines. I'm gonna go back and fix it later in the video, but just take note of the texture of how the red eyeshadow just transformed the lip. Now I'm just dusting away that Dermablend powder. I really could have dusted it off way earlier in the video, but I just forgot. So now I'm dusting it off, and as you can see, it looks smooth. And I lined her top lash line with the Sephora liner. As you can see, it looks so good. And then I use lash glue for her brows as a brow gel. I feel like lash glue is like the best brow gel, or you can even use regular hair glue or regular hair gel. Sorry, not hair glue. And now I'm using these lashes from my website, some fluffy lashes. Doesn't really matter. You could do fluffy, natural, wispy, whatever.
JJ, aren't you forgetting something?
Now for setting spray, I'm using the Morphe Luminous setting spray. I use a lot of setting spray, I know, but it gives me that melt look. And now I'm using her foundation brush and just blending everything out so it looks seamless. And yeah, so this is pretty much the finished look. I'm gonna brush her hair out, give it that finished look, and then yeah, that's it. So thank you for watching this tutorial. Let me know what you guys think of this type of tutorial where I don't show any products, just straight makeup. And yeah, let me know. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.